Armed with a BA from the University of Pennsylvania and a JD from Emory University, it didn't take long for Michelle Harris Jordan to find her true calling in the law profession.
When I was an undergraduate, I did some volunteer work working with homeless people in Philadelphia, and it always just sort of stuck with me. But when I went to law school, I really didn't think of that need being connected to legal work. And so I went into private practice and straight out of law school. But through a friend, I found out about an opportunity to work at the Law Center for the Homeless and actually do legal work for homeless people. So I was super excited about that, and it was the most powerful work I've ever done. And after that, I went on to work for Atlanta Legal Aid, and I've stayed here ever since.
So I first met Michelle when we interviewed her for a staff attorney job in the office where I work, and part of that process is asking questions of her and so on. And I asked her about, or one of us asked her about, what was an interesting case that she'd worked on, and she talked about one of the clients she'd represented in the from the Law Center for the Homeless, where she was working, and she had done this amazing creative thing for this client that I would never have thought of. And it was something, even though I have many years of practice, longer than Michelle, I never would have thought of doing it. And it was super smart and super creative, and it was very successful. It got her client whatever it was the client needed.
Michelle has worked for Atlanta Legal Aid for many years, and she's responsible not only for her own casework, but for supervising and training other attorneys in her position as the managing attorney for the family division.
Michelle is a tireless worker. She is always accessible 24 hours a day to her staff and her clients. And that includes my clients when I was working for her. If we needed some assistance on our cases to help the families that we were working with, Michelle was there. She was always she was as much a part of the case as I was a part of the case, because I knew she had my back and was supporting me in the work that I was doing.
Any student that has interned in her office, if they come and apply for a job later on in my office, I know that they've gotten great training and they're going to be really good.
I think what she does here at Legal Aid, in my mind, is a special calling. Not everybody can work with victims of domestic violence, can work with people who are struggling not only with the challenges of going through a divorce or a custody battle, but on top of that, you're working with a clientele who often does have a history of domestic violence that they're trying to overcome, and then just poverty issues that many of us don't have to deal with.
Congratulations, Michelle. I can't think of someone more deserving to win Judge Lane's award than you.
Congratulations, Michelle. This award is a super big deal, and you deserve it. You are really an advocate for families and our community. So congratulations, Mazel Tov.
I want to thank GABWA not only for this award, but for being the incredible organization that it is. GABWA has given me so many opportunities to grow as a professional, including working with Sonia Brown and Jacqueline Bunn on Legally Speaking, and working with the great lawyers in the GABWA Family Law section and the GABWA Public Interest section. I shared this award with my family law team here at Atlanta Legal Aid: Lori, Laura, Courtney, Monica, Anna, Elizabeth, our alumni, Megan and Bree, our Safe Families colleagues, Jamie and Nilu, and the entire staff at the Fulton Family Law Information Center. I have been blessed to have a supportive husband and 3 energetic children who keep me grounded. I want to thank my parents and my sisters for always supporting me in this work. And I particularly want to thank Jackie Payne and Deborah Johnson for being my mentors in family law and in poverty law. And I want to thank Steve Gottlieb for hiring me 21 years ago to work at the Legal Clinic for the Homeless, and for hiring me again to work here at Atlanta Legal Aid. God has blessed us with incredible opportunities to help families in our community, and I consider it a privilege to do this work. And I thank everyone who supports the work here at Atlanta Legal Aid.
Ladies and gentlemen, we salute Michelle Harris Jordan.